Hello again, House of Pain Wrestling fans, and welcome to episode 12 of Hot TV. As you can see, slightly different surroundings from now on, but don't worry, you can still be rest assured that we will still bring you the best of House of Pain Wrestling every single week on these episodes. Coming up a little later on, we have an exclusive interview with someone you all know as Better Than You, Brad Matthews. But until we get there, let's check out the man in action as he goes one-on-one with the suntan Superman, LJ Heron. And you can see now the suntan Superman, LJ Heron, up on the turnbuckles. The fans love this man without a doubt. And oh my god, Brad Matthews has just attacked LJ Heron from behind as he was jumping off the buckles. He's starting off this match with crazy intensity. He is all over the suntan Superman, trying to finish this match quickly. LJ Heron has gone on full on backpedaling mode. Brad Matthews has, in fact, before this match, told young Riley Nova to take a front row seat and listen and watch how a real man does it. Brad Matthews' words there, not ours. Maybe he wants to end this quickly to prove a point to Riley Nova, but not just Riley, to all the Hot fans and to LJ Heron, as LJ Heron responds with that huge backdrop that now has Brad Matthews reeling in the corner. LJ charging with a huge uppercut, all impact, and another one. Will he make this a 3? And well, LJ Heron doing the Hot fans a good service there by smacking Brad Matthews right in the mouth. And you can see the change in attitude in LJ. He normally pauses and produces the buns of steel before running arse first into his opponents, but he didn't even wait. Shows what kind of a mind frame he is experiencing after that jump start from Brad Matthews and a 2 count. Well, House of Pain fans, we've got to take a quick break. We'll be back after this. And we're back, House of Pain fans. Brad Matthews must be regretting attacking LJ Heron, as he has been on the defense since LJ Heron replied with that backdrop. And you've just seen LJ almost finish the match with a huge turning power slam coming off the ropes. Brad Matthews can't get any momentum going. LJ, one of the most experienced House of Pain wrestlers that we've ever seen on the House of Pain roster. You have to bring your A game when you're in the ring with him. LJ has taken complete control of the action here. A hard buckle by LJ Heron. More punishment to Brad Matthews' back. And over the ropes he goes. Lands on... No! He does not land on the apron. It looks like LJ Heron tried to land on the apron there, countering Brad Matthews' lift over the ropes. And it looks like he slipped and fell to the floor. And LJ Heron is hurt. We didn't get a good camera angle on that. Maybe he banged his head, but he looks like he's in real trouble right now. Amazing how one move and one accidental slip can change the tide for Brad Matthews. You didn't see it there, House of Pain fans, as the camera was concentrating on LJ Heron. But Brad Matthews is now strutting around the ring, as you see him in the background, claiming that he is better than LJ Heron. He always claims that he's better than everybody, But LJ Heron is really hurt. He looks dazed and he makes it back in the ring just before the referee's count of 10. And Brad Matthews playing the smart game, not giving LJ Heron any recovery time. He just pounced on him, mounted him, and is all over him with those punches. Let's see how long Brad Matthews can keep in control for. LJ Heron, as we said earlier, a very hard person to keep down with that experience. One of the most impressive physiques on the House of Pain roster. Brad Matthews is taking control of this chin lock, trying to wear down LJ Heron. Maybe even finish the match if LJ did hit his head on the floor when he slipped off the apron. Something as elementary as a chin lock will be maximum effect as he responds with a big jawbreaker, once again doing a service to House of Pain wrestling fans by trying to permanently close Brad Matthews' mouth as Brad Matthews regains control with a high impact clothesline. And you see now Brad Matthews looking over at Riley Nova, hoping that he is watching. Apparently he's massively impressed with his own performance and he thinks Riley should be impressed too. Personally, I think Brad Matthews should focus on the Suntan Superman, the two-time House of Pain heavyweight champion, before he starts making brags. And right there, he took his eye off the ball, was distracted by impressing Riley Nova and walked straight into a big spine buster by the Suntan Superman. And now both men down for the count. Let's see who gets up first and who capitalizes first. Brad Matthews is back. He's obviously giving him a lot of trouble, but we don't know what position and how bad LJ Heron's head is after that fall off the apron. If he hit his head, he's going to have a lot of pain to recover from. LJ Heron seems to be getting up first. Brad Matthews coming up to his feet. Looks like they're on the same page as they come towards each other. LJ, a headbutt and an uppercut. Another one. Mounting that offense, wearing Brad Matthews down. Brad Matthews avoids the third uppercut. And LJ Heron, another shot to the mouth of Brad Matthews. A kick to the shin. And a huge knee to the face. I wouldn't be surprised if Brad Matthews was unconscious after that, but no. LJ Heron showing his strength, holding Brad Matthews up and hitting a massive German suplex. You can hear the beasting crowd chanting one more time. LJ Heron should probably look to try and finish the match right now rather than giving to what the crowd want, but he's a man of the people, and here comes another huge German suplex. Brad Matthews is on Dream Street for sure. He can't have much left. I think this may be it. 1, 2. Brad Matthews showing his toughness. He's not all mouth. One of the hottest new acts in House of Pain over the last year and a half. He's proved his worth every time he gets in there with someone as experienced as LJ Heron, or even as new as the guys that he started with. LJ Heron with a beautiful rolling Samoan drop up to the top rope. He can fly with the best of them as he comes off with a big splash. And this is it. A big win for LJ. Oh, not a big win for LJ Heron. Brad Matthews continues to kick out, continues to survive. He might not be showing what he can do to Riley Nova outside the ring and these House of Pain fans, but he's definitely proving that he's got more in the tank. Let's see if he can recover from LJ Heron's immense offense and try and gain some traction of his own. Here we go, LJ setting Brad Matthews up for a reverse tombstone as Brad Matthews drops down, rolls him through, and LJ Heron walks straight into a reverse DDT, and that's it. Big high impact from Brad Matthews. He's turned the tide, he thinks he's got it, and LJ Heron survives. The Suntan Superman, you're going to have to do a lot more than that to keep down the former two-time House of Pain heavyweight champion. This match is wide open right now, House of Pain fans. Either man could take it. Hard-hitting offense. A big whip to the corner. LJ slides to avoid it and avoids Brad Matthews and follows up with another service to House of Pain fans with this time a big kick right in the mouth of the man that claims to be better than everybody. Brad Matthews returns the favour with a void of his own. A kick to the midsection and a hard whip to the buckle over to the other side. He's continuing his offense. This time LJ Heron reverses it. He's charging. It looks like he's going for a spear. Oh, Brad Matthews avoids. And LJ Heron hits the ring post. He follows up with a roll up. Looks like he's putting his feet on the ropes. And in typical Brad Matthews fashion, he tries to steal a win with his feet on the ropes. But Riley Nova saw it and knocked his feet off. And Brad Matthews is not happy. Riley Nova... Brad Matthews thinks he can cheat his way to victory. Riley Nova's not having any of that. Brad Matthews once again taking his eye off the ball. LJ Heron follows up with a roll-up and just a 2. Went for the spear and got met with a big knee to the face. Brad Matthews trying to set up his pedigree to win the match. Nobody kicks out of Brad Matthews' pedigree, but LJ spins out with a knee and a big spear. Huge spear, high impact offense from LJ Heron, and he takes the win. Your winner, the Suntan Superman, the 2-time former House of Pain heavyweight champion, LJ Heron. A very impressive win right there. And now, ladies and gentlemen, joining us on Hop TV is the man that claims to be better than each and every one of you. One of the fastest rising stars over the last couple of years here at House of Pain Wrestling. He is better than you, Brad Matthews. And Brad, I know you're a very outspoken individual. Welcome to Hop TV for the very first time. How are you feeling today?
Well, I'm not in a particularly good mood, Sticks.
Well, some would say that's not surprising. Regardless, you were conspicuous by your absence on the Hop TV tapings that we've been seeing over the last 11 weeks. Some of the more favourable, shall we say, House of Pain wrestlers came up with some reasons, ranging from that you were washing your hair, that maybe you were scared to show up and get embarrassed by them. But what was the reason that you were missing over the last 11 weeks?
Brave words, brave words. The reason that I was missing for the last 11 weeks is, yeah, I was asked to turn up and I was asked to wrestle, but I just didn't feel like wrestling in front of nobody and without being able to prove that I'm better than everybody else in real time. Not worth my time.
Okay,
not worth it at all.
You know, some would say that you maybe lost a slight bit of momentum by not appearing over the last 11 weeks whilst everyone else was continuing to climb the ladder. But I'm sure that doesn't bother you, considering you think you're better than everyone already. Regardless, we have just come back from watching the match from our last show of this year before everyone went on lockdown, where you went one-on-one with the Suntan Superman, LJ Heron. And before that match, you, shall we say, tried to make a statement to young Riley Nova and told him to sit in the front row and watch you defeat LJ Heron, and then you lost.
Well,
Any comments on that?
yes, I've got comments, Sticks. First of all, I don't need momentum on my side. I don't need any assistance from the outside world at all. Secondly, you saw the footage. The footage has just been shown. I had LJ Heron beat for the 3 count. He was running at me. I moved out of his way because I'm smart, and he went clattering into the ring post. I covered him, 1, 2, and then Riley Nova comes out from bloody nowhere, grabs my feet, puts them on the ropes, and then says, "Oh, referee, his feet are on the ropes." I would have won if Riley had not got involved. He cost me that match. I'm assuming because he's jealous.
Well, whether he's jealous or not, I mean, you did ask him to stay and watch, and had you not done that, he probably wouldn't have even been at ringside. But on that note, if Riley was here now, what would you want to say to him?
I'd step right up to him. Well, about as close as I can get over an internet call. But I'd tell him straight to his face. If he comes anywhere near me again, he's right. He's safe at home during this little lockdown period in his little lovely home in suburbia that probably smells really nice with his mum doing his ironing. When this lockdown is over, I'm going to find Riley Nova and I'm going to slap the taste right out of his mouth for making me look stupid in front of everybody at Beeston.
Well, that's quite the threat. And joining us right now is the man that you have now said that the next time you see, you're going to slap the taste out of his mouth. Riley Nova, formerly of the Heartbreakers, now going at it alone. Riley, are you there?
Hey, Sticks, how you doing?
I'm fine, thank you very much, young man.
Don't ask how I'm doing then, Riley.
I don't really care how you're doing, mate. You know, I find it very interesting that you sit there.
Okay, lads, calm down, okay?
No, I just want to say I think it's very interesting that you sit there talking behind my back like you do all the time. Very typical of you. But, you know, I appreciate the consistency. I'll give you that much.
Well, Riley, I was just about to say, you obviously heard what Brad Matthews had to say to you and what happened at Beeston. Apparently it was your fault and you put his feet on the ropes.
Okay.
Whereas a lot of the fans saw that you knocked his feet off the ropes and stopped him from cheating. Regardless, there obviously seems to be an issue here. And as the owner of House of Pain Wrestling, I'm very excited to see a singles wrestler truly rising through the ranks like Brad Matthews.
Of course you are. Of course you are.
Not just
someone has to be
getting set to collide with another rising singles wrestler who made it to the top of our tag team division in Riley Nova, who is set to take the singles division by storm. You two obviously are going to collide down the line. Firstly, Brad Matthews, in a one-on-one situation, give us your prediction as far as a match with Riley Nova.
Quick as out, mate. I'll smash him in the face with my right hand, grab him, chuck him on his back, break his neck, pick him up, because why should I let it end there? Put his head between my legs and pedigree him. 1, 2, 3. You know what? I might just carry on there, actually. Why should I let a 3 count? I don't like you, Riley. I've never liked you,
That's
right? And before, I just didn't like you. But now, you getting involved has made this personal. You made me look an idiot, like I said, in front of everybody. Why did you do it? Why did you get involved?
Well, firstly, I don't think I made you look like an idiot. I think you're doing a fine job of doing that by yourself, Brad, to be perfectly honest with you. And you say you're going to do all these moves on me, you're going to do all these things. Well, thank you very much for telling me your game plan. And thank you very much for putting all these videos online, showing everyone all of your moves and all of your go-tos. I mean, it's very helpful for me. Thank you very much.
Riley, something came into my head earlier today when we were trying to set up this video chat. And would you agree that essentially what Brad Matthews did at Beeston was the equivalent of, hey guys, watch this, and then falling flat on his face?
You know what? I think that's a perfect analogy, Sticks. Thanks for that. I mean, you took the words right out of my mouth. Yeah, yourself, everyone else saw it. He came out mouthing off completely. I had nothing to do with him at all at that point. We'd never really crossed paths before, and he felt the need to come out and shout in my face and then prove a point, which he then failed to prove.
Yeah, I would have done if it wasn't for you, right? I'm sick of this. I'm sick of you, Riley. I'm sick of you, Sticks. I'm sick of this stupid little meeting. All right, I'm going. Bye. I'm better than you.
Running away in video calls as well as matches now then. Interesting.
Some would say that's what he does best, Riley, is run his mouth and then run away. But regardless, you two are obviously, you have an issue to settle. You are on a collision course to meet in the ring as soon as humanly possible. And as a wrestling fan still myself, I look forward to the competitive nature of that one-on-one match. And I wish you all the luck in the world now that you have entered the singles ranks and you are looking to make an impact and rise the ranks. And you're going to have a tough challenge, ahead of you in Brad Matthews. He may run his mouth, but he is extremely cunning and he is extremely tough. Okay, but I'm sure that you are more than up to the challenge.
Thank you very much, Sticks. And thank you very much for having me on.
No problem. Okay, thank you for joining us. And we'll see you as soon as we can. Welcome back, House of Pain fans. As you just saw, a great highlight video from the Trent Valley Trident himself, Owen Ocean, who is looking forward to getting back in the action and looking forward to getting back to seeing you when we get back to doing shows. Our feature match this week features Carl Kingsley and Robert Sharpe, two men who since this match have gone on to huge things around the UK. So we're going to travel back to May of 2015 and witness what some would say was the birth of these two gentlemen as they went one-on-one in hard-hitting war in their first ever main event match. Check it out. Welcome, House of Pain wrestling fans. Thank you for joining us on this special match. We have travelled back to 2015 to see two future stars colliding in their first ever big match situation, their first ever big match main event. As you can see, Robert Sharpe, or Sharpe, in the ring. Previous to this, Carl Kingsley had made his entrance and Rob Sharpe had attacked him and slammed his head against the ring post. Carl Kingsley was taken backstage and Robert Sharpe insisted that he get counted out, but Carl Kingsley, showing his heart, he didn't want to stay backstage. He wanted to still compete no matter how bad his head was. You see there the referee checking if Carl Kingsley really wants to continue with this match. This is from our St. Anne's venue. The match is on and Rob Sharpe now just playing games, and you see that's massive big boot right to the head, the already injured head of Carl Kingsley. See, this match might have only just started, but Carl Kingsley was in an incredible bad way leading into this after Rob Sharpe's crazy attack at the beginning before the match even started. You see Carl Kingsley displaying the heart that he became known for later on in his House of Pain wrestling career. Of course, this is 2015. I believe in May 2015, Rob Sharpe being ruthless, choking Carl Kingsley on the ropes there. But May 2015, about 6 months into both of these men's career, this was their first big main event match at our St. Anne's venue. It was billed as a grudge match after all of their matches previous to this had garnered no decisive winner. You see Carl Kingsley trying to fight back, but Rob Sharpe just completely all over him, not giving him any break, just manhandling him at this point. showing that ruthlessness that he became known for the next few years after this, before he had a slight change of ways. Carl Kingsley just will not stay down. Okay, pushing Rob Sharpe away, almost challenging him to bring more offense. Almost saying, is that all that you've got, Rob Sharpe? And Rob Sharpe showing that he indeed has plenty more where that came from, as he hits a big suplex, still trying to keep Carl Kingsley down. We will be back with the conclusion of this match after this break. Welcome back, House of Pain fans, to this very special match from 2015. It has been all Rob Sharpe. He has been truly relentless with his offense, but Carl Kingsley is just flat out refusing to stay down. As I said earlier, showing that heart that he became known for later on in his House of Pain career, especially when he was the House of Pain heavyweight champion, trying to break out of the Cobra Clutch and being dumped on the back of his head with a massive German suplex from Rob Sharpe. Rob Sharpe full of confidence, but also, as you can see, getting mightily angry that Carl Kingsley is not staying down. Those German suplexes, I remember watching this match live. As you can see, I'm ringside along with many of the House of Pain roster. You see a young Tommy Taylor, a young Lucas Archer and Joseph Connors. Made everyone cringe, and there you see another one right on the back of Carl Kingsley's head. How this man got up from these German suplexes was an incredible feat. Rob Sharpe strutting around with his arms in the air with a big smile on his face, like he's got nothing to worry about. It's in the bag, as they say. But you see Carl Kingsley still coming up to his knees, still trying to get. And now he's telling the referee not to stop the match. The referee very concerned, as we all were, for Carl Kingsley's safety after taking this kind of punishment. And you see another big German suplex right on the back of Carl Kingsley's head. You see Joseph Connors and Big Sam Spencer running round, checking on Carl Kingsley. Rob Sharpe goes for the pin, and Carl Kingsley once again refuses to stay down, much to the joy of the House of Pain fans here in St. Anne's. Robert Sharpe well and truly losing his temper now, confused, baffled, frustrated that Carl Kingsley, the man that's after this, a few years after, became known as the Breaker. Robert Sharpe's definitely trying to break Carl Kingsley during this match. Remember, this was the first match these two had, the first main event match that these two men were ever a part of. As you see Robert Sharpe trying to put Carl Kingsley up on the top rope. It's like lifting a dead weight at this point, but he's obviously looking for something to try and finish the job. But Carl Kingsley again responding with an elbow to Robert Sharpe's head, not letting him get up on the buckles with him to potentially bring him down with an even bigger German suplex. Robert Sharpe right on the top. Carl Kingsley fighting back, and Rob Sharpe takes a big fall backwards. You saw his head bounce off the mat. And this is the opportunity that Carl Kingsley needed after taking all of that brutal offense. All he needed was a bit of recovery time and an opening, and he responds with a massive missile drop kick off the top rope. This was an absolute war, ladies and gentlemen. High impact moves all the way through, but nothing but grit and determination and heart displayed by Carl Kingsley. Something that some fans would say he has lost over recent months, choosing to take the easy route. Oh my God. Insane amount of offense in that uppercut in the corner. Very surprising Rob Sharpe survived that. The impact, the whiplash, we thought put Rob Sharpe out for the count. But Carl Kingsley, you see, he's feeling the moment, getting that adrenaline running. Goes for a flying knee. Spins out of a DDT attempt. Big backbreaker by Carl Kingsley. You see some other members of the House of Pain roster around the ring. BFD. Big Sam Spencer. Rob Sharpe still surviving this war of attrition. Although we were very impressed with the toughness of Carl Kingsley, Rob Sharpe showed himself that he is no pushover when it comes to taking punishment. It's just not all about offense for him. Carl Kingsley comes running out straight into a clothesline and quickly gets pulled up and dumped back down on his head with a massive DDT from Rob Sharpe. We thought we'd have to scoop Carl Kingsley off the mat after this match, but he still kept kicking out and surviving, much to the dismay of Rob Sharpe and much to the joy of the House of Pain fans here in St. Anne's. It was a big match feel, a big match atmosphere during this one. Both men proving that they deserve to be in the main event. Both men showing exactly what they're made of. As you see, Carl Kingsley, well, not the nicest way to prove a point, but spitting directly at Robert Sharpe. As Rob Sharpe goes for the neutralizer and takes a big backdrop for his troubles. Carl Kingsley referencing he's going to line up a forearm. As he went for the forearm, Rob Sharpe countered with a big boot. Still stays in control. Rob Sharpe off the ropes to finish the job and gets caught in a head and arm choke, a head and arm submission move. Carl Kingsley used to use this match, use this move to win the matches, and a successful win by Carl Kingsley after an amazing amount of heart displayed. A submission win by Carl Kingsley over a very dominant Rob Sharpe. Both men showing exactly what they're made of right here in 2015. Well, we hope you enjoyed that match, House of Pain fans. Thank you for joining us for the latest episode of House of Pain TV. We will see you next week when we've got more exclusive interviews and more great action courtesy of House of Pain Wrestling. See you then.